Hello there, Ddraig back, and this time we're going to go back to the Chaos Dwarfs and we're going to have a look at the campaign. So, let's scroll across, and they're roughly in the middle, if memory serves, by the dwarves. There they are. Savers of Nagwand, possibly. Draws off the Ashen, so you only have one choice for the Edge of the Horde. This is of course with the Lost Factions mod, the Chaos Dwarves mod, the expanded mod, and the expanded Lost Factions combined mod. Lots of different mods needed for this, about 5 I think all in all. And infantry, and you also need of course Mixu Unlocker. I'll put all those on the screen somewhere at the moment, so you got a picture, you know where they are, and of course they'll all be in the comment section or the description. So check it out after you've watched the video. So you've already seen the unit roster, hopefully. And as you can see, they get quite a lot of interesting faction effects. So pretty much everybody hates Chaos Dwarfs. It's pretty much a fact. Oh, so high house thing. Quick word about the actual campaign. So I've played a bit of the campaign. There's a fair few little errors, as in maybe wording, like sometimes the Chaos faction's mentioned instead of the Chaos Dwarfs faction. Just little things. The campaign works fine, not a problem, and the actual battles are really good, really entertaining battles. That definitely the highlights. Because as you've seen, the roster is ridiculous. It's a brilliant roster, and all the units seem to have a good price. Anyway, back to where I was talking about. So your effects. Hero rank +3 for Chaos Sorcerers, minus upkeep, 50% for Dwarf Warriors, and ones with great weapons, and some melee attack bonuses as well. So overall, not too bad. Imagine you have the young screen you would get. So I've played a bit of the campaign, as I've been saying. I haven't gone that far into it. I think I'm on turn 36. I think I put up at the end, as I always do anyway. I've been busy doing other things at the moment, and so I don't have much time to actually settle down with it. But it's quite interesting. The starting location, which I'll show you in a minute, which you may have seen briefly there, is in one of the places I don't really like at the moment. It's the same place where Quan Ashen and I can't remember the Deathmatcher Snitch, that's the one. That great character, the assassin, he starts down here, as well as the Dark Elves as well. And I'm not that fond of a starting location. I've never been a big fan of the ones that start you in the corners of maps. I know there's got to be a place somewhere, and excuse me. As you can see, let's just do a quick zoom out. So you got Dragon Hours there, and it's not as bad as there's another army that starts down there for memory serves as well. One of the Skaven faction starts down there. Can't remember which one it is. Was it the Yzerman? Yes. Anyway, enough of that. So let's get down to here. And here's your starting province. So you start with only one settlement, Ashes of Ridge Mountains, so you can easily expand it how you wish. We'll take a look at that in a minute. There's your army there. So the main focus of this, so this is obviously the starting thing, and I'm going to probably just record the entire art in one shot. There's not massive amount to talk about in a campaign. I've got a feeling, don't hold me to this, they might update this faction every now and again with little small updates until we get to Warhammer 3. Of course, with Warhammer 3, eventually we're going to have this faction anyway. I hope they might bring us over, because I'm sure they'll bring over Lost Factions anyway, depending how we get on. So it's up in the air, but in the meantime, we used to get to play as the Chaos Dwarfs, and that's the main thing. So anything unique about the campaign itself? They have the Slave mechanic, which is exactly the same as the Dark Elf mechanic, because Chaos Dwarfs, you have the slaves. Other than that, that's the only main function there. Let's jump into let's quickly show you tech tree, because the tech tree is identical to the standard Chaos one. All it is at various points, like as I said before, some of these have been changed to show off the Chaos Dwarfs units. Faction as a whole hasn't been upgraded since Warhammer 1, which is really starting to hurt them now, and they're just so behind the times. I really can't wait to Warhammer 3. Looking forward to it so much. Anyway, back to this. So, tech tree is pretty much the same. Save mechanic. And let's have a quick look at his army. So that's a starting army. It's not too bad. You just get some Hobgoblin Wolf Archers, Rider Archers. I prefer the normal Hobgoblin Wolf Riders personally, but that's what you get to start with. Get some Chaos Dwarfs, some Orc Slaves, Hobgoblins, and the Devastators. And of course, draws off the Ashen as you enter the Horde. And you got a couple of abilities you put in straight away, which is handy. So let's have a quick look at the. I'll show you. Actually, I'll show you that in detail, and I'll open the campaign up so because I'm a bit further down, I can show you a bit more, and it's a bit more substantial. So I'll show you that in a minute. Other than that, not much else to say about the campaign itself. Oh, that's what I can do, is just show off his skill tree. Here we are. Here's a skill tree. So bottom two, the usual things. Just buffs to all the particular units. This has all been updated for the Chaos Dwarf faction, so this all makes sense, which is good. It's only the tech tree which makes it not. It just needs a bit of tweaking here and there. I'm sure they'll do it at some point. Got your fire tree. Then you got some interesting abilities here. So you got income from sacking, minus upkeep for various types of units, minus upkeep for bull centaurs. I do give them a bull centaurs. I think they're a great unit. Voice of Ashet, and a Prophet of Ash and Ruin. Spell Veil Shadows. Don't think I got to that far. No, I haven't. So it'll be interesting to see that in action. The top one is always personal things. So that's always personal attacks. He's pretty default. He's very beefy, to say the least. If you can use the word beefy for a dwarf, yeah, well, I don't think that's quite apt. Cinder Breath. That's his special mount. 2 special items. Nice cooldown, very nice that. And the Graven Scepter. Weapon strength plus 10%, magical attacks and neighbour sundering, so that's quite potent. And the Voice of Dark Gods. So I think that's all I'm going to talk about for the actual campaign itself. Well, this part of the campaign. I'll get into the building chain in more detail, and let's go to that now and build up that campaign. So here we are with my campaign, and as you can see, I have taken this region here, the Plain of Bones, and let's go straight to the like I said just now, this is the main capital of this province, so let's figure that building tree. So here's the main building list. As you can see, all the units are here, and because it's such an expanding roster, there are tons of places you can go into, which makes it really interesting. Like I said, I haven't got that far into it yet. Had a bit of issues, I would say that. That's because it was my fault, but we'll get back to that in a minute. So, first one is a Bloodtooth Secret Chamber. So you get a bit of income, bit of research, and you can unlock. These are bow centaurs, or bow centaurs. Then you got Taurox up here, and then your Moose, your Mess, and then the Destroyer. And that also gives you an idea how much they cost in campaign. And you got, oh yeah, this is obviously vanilla settings, ultra. And I'm on hard difficulty, as I always play on hard. Even though a lot of people are trying to get me playing campaign and make me play legendary. Which, by the way, hard gang is a bit mean, to be honest. But, nah, it's a possibility. I'll never say never. Anyway, back to this. Chaos Dwarf Warriors, this is the Chaos Dwarf part. So you got Devastators, Annihilators, and Great Weapons. The basic one is the Chaos Dwarf Quarrelers. So you get them pretty much straight away. And right at the top is the Immortals and everybody's favourite Hell Cannon. This is all the Goblins and the Slaves. So Hobgoblins. I like how the Hobgoblin Wolf Riders are in the same one as the Cutthroats. Hobgoblin Enforcers and the Wolf Riders are Archers. The Khan, Sneaky Gits, Blackhawk Mercenaries, and the Hobhound Ravagers on the top. Probably, how much are they compared to the Wolf Riders? 75, so that's 100 difference. I'm not sure if they're worth 100 gold extra, to be honest, but they are really good looking, as in good looking models. So it's each to their own. Anyway, this is where you'll get all your artillery, and as we've seen in the unit roster, there's a yard of artillery. So here's the prices: 200, 600 for the Iron Demon War Engine. Magma Cannon is 350. The Ddraig Quake Mortar is 666. I'm not sure if that's just a dig at that particular number, but it's kind of thematic. Then you got the 300 for the Colossus, that's the monster. And then you can get the Hell Cannon from this down here as well. Then the top tier of the Albatross, Great Taurus, Bow Centers Render. I think they're the same from here, isn't it? The Bow Centers of Baja. Can you get the Render ones here? Yes, you can. So that just means you can get things in different prices. You move to there, of course, Destroyer and the Thork. Are these exactly the same as that one then? What's that middle one? Great Taurus. That's where you get your Great Taurus from. Okay. Moving on. Bow Centers Render and Kadar Fireburn. So they're duplicated in different ways, so you can tier each settlement to what you need. Of course, being the newer settings, there's no unit cap, so go mad. 225 for the Infernal Guard for the Path Bombs, so that's these are the Infernal Guard units. Here you've got Archites of Hashut, Z-Ite Berserkers, and Bow Centers Baha. So roughly the same price, 200, 250, 213. And the arse building is the Slave Pens. As you can see, I'm just about to build that. So virtually everything you build, that gets you 400 gold, but public order and increase in slave decline rate. War Engine Station, you got gold for that. Campaign movement plus 10. They have done quite a lot with the buildings, as you can see. They've twisted some of the things to make it very Chaos Dwarf-like. And actually building your settlement is quite interesting. There is one thing I think they need to address, which I'll come to in a minute. So there's the Plunder Stash and Dungeon of Cursed Witches. Income is pretty good, to be honest. That is not as good though. Income from sacking settlements, or for adjacent reasons. You can build it and then just destroy it. And if you're in the corner of the map, like you are, or on the coast, not useful, but if you get that in a key area, that is very worth a lot of money in the long run. We've been from there. There's a get rid of those nasty Skaven under cities. And you start Rex as Skaven. And there's the ones I've just been over. So if you go to Drakhold, they also get the Drakhold Slave Dungeon. There's a special building. And I don't think you get anything different there. No. And of course they got the Smithy. And that's how you get some more cash. Other than that, I'm not really a trading faction. Actually, I think I am trading with the Dark. Yes, I am. I'm early on. The Crown Nation decided they wanted to be friends, so I thought, why not? Master Assassins, why not? And so there you go. So how's my campaign going? Let's have a look at my main army. My main army is tutoring off over here at the moment. Actually, just coming back. I've just been scouting out the Kawak Azul because they took this settlement off me. Hence why it was that was level 3, but they just destroyed it, so I've had to rebuild, which is annoying. Because I decided to go on a bit of a trip to the islands here. So I quite fancied this island. I'm not sure why I went down here. I just thought the main reason was I just didn't want any problems coming from the islands here. So I thought, take this out nice and quick. Then I can go back west and go about my journey. Which obviously I haven't done yet. So I've had to bring my own army back to defend the settlement. Have I got I can't remember. I haven't played this playthrough for a while. Let's look at my treaties. Where's my attitude? There is. Yeah, military alliance. I thought I had a military alliance in access. So I got pretty much the full thing for Crown Nation. And they can become vessels. So it's a possibility. Higher in Yikri, but you never know. So at the moment, all I'm doing is pretty much sitting here wondering where to go. I would like to bring this army out because I fancy myself I could beat these, because this unit here, very nice. I do like the rocket launchers, just better than the Hellstorms, much better. And that's my army while we're here. So I've got through my traditional levels. I like to do sort of ranks of units, especially good for Chaos for Dwarfs. Not so much for Chaos Dwarfs because they have the mobility, but at the moment, I set up these 3 at the first line, so they go push straight forward. Crucible are the Orc Slaves, and then I got these at the back protecting my missile units. So I got some Devastators, which I put in the middle there, set them out, and then the Dwarf Couriers ping over the top. Then I move these around to where I need. These live up to a name, they're very devastating. Quite a nice unit. Then for my flanks, I got 2 fast units. I want to expand that. Possibly get 2 more of those units. Have 2 in each flank, because these are so fast. They're such a great unit. Or I might go down the... because my cost is not great at the moment. My income even. So it might be worth... go for the cheap Goblin... the Wolf Riders. Let's just double check how much they're worth. Because I can't remember now. Yeah, 75. So 2 for them, for one of those. Possibly a wise purchase. And yes, and then of course I got the 2 Devastator rocket launchers. Cannons are good, and the artillery here is ridiculous. The buildings are not that expensive, and as you can see, I'm slowly building up, trying to get the Infernal Guard. Possibly won't build that unit yet, but I might as well just put them in. And that also adds the walls for settlement. So this is your barracks. And one of the things I've really like to say at this point, I don't think there's any way to build garrisons here. That's another look. See if they've updated since they last looked. I don't think so. That's a code run, so no. Ah, there they are. I don't think that was there before. Unless I just missed it. So yes, we've got a garrison there now. Perfect. Because your basic garrison. So we've got 3, 2 and 1. So remember that. So we've got 3. So that's pretty small for level 3. It may need a bit more tweaking. The actual garrisons themselves, not massive. They're okay. They're quite weak. They might need... when you get the actual garrison itself. Let's have a quick look at it. Yeah, so you got a Chaos Dwarf Warriors, 2 Goblin Slaves, and a Infernal Guard. Very nice. Devastators. What's the top one? Yeah, that's a decent defensive force, that is. And of course, that's your Wall Street settlement. So there you go. That's my playthrough at the moment. The campaign is... it needs a bit of tweaking. Not much. I think it's mainly because they've copied the Chaos Army, Chaos Tech tree, and the Chaos part of it, which is of course quite weak at the moment, which is not their fault. There's only so much they can do. The actual roster itself is ridiculous. It's brilliant. The battle you'll be playing, you probably don't want to auto skip any of these, auto resolve them, because you just want to play the battles and use the units because they look really cool on the battlefield. So there you go. I think I'll just sum up my campaign of the Chaos Dwarfs and my coverage of the Chaos Dwarfs. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.